video. Welcome back to my channel. It is another episode of the Dose of Love series. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about the venue search. Venue is the number one thing on your to-do list. Once you're engaged, you got your budget figured out, it's the first thing you want to settle down because it's going to determine your date, and all the other vendors that fall after that will be based off of your venue. So if you're interested in seeing what that process is like for me and my now husband, then keep on watching the video. Location number 3.
The other one's called the costume. Called the marquee out front saying your name's on it.
Okay.
And then we come in here and those
Door opens up. This is gorgeous.
For your hard box, guess what? I wouldn't have tables on the dance floor, obviously. We're doing dancing the other.
Before we really get into this, I feel like it's important for me to share with you the kind of bride I was starting this whole process and what my mindset was, because this is the first episode of the series where I'm having this commentary, right? This face-to-face FaceTime. We're FaceTiming. And I really want you guys to like get in my head and know what I was thinking. So the kind of bride I was the skeptic. Any minor inconvenience, it's enough. I'm done. Let's just go elope, okay? Because I just was like skeptical of the whole thing because it's a scam. I'm not gonna lie, the wedding industry, scam. So any minor thing that just did not make sense to me, I'm like, let's wrap it up. However, coming out on the other side, if you ask me, would I do this again? The answer is yes. As stressful as it was, as much as it can feel like a part-time job in itself, what you experience, if you have a good experience, that is, not everybody has a great experience. By the grace of God, our experience was great. And the feeling that you get when you see your community come together to celebrate you through the process, supporting you, like there aren't a lot of life milestones where you get that. And so I'm just glad that I got to experience that. And if I had to go back and do it again, I would choose to experience that despite the challenges that come with it. So I'm curious to know am I the only one that, I know I'm not the only one, but like, I'm curious to know how many girls out there, millennial girls out there, right? Or girls in general, had the same mindset I was on the spectrum of skeptic to let's wrap it up and elope to I've always dreamed of having the most beautiful wedding. I already know what dress I want. I already know what the venue and decor would look like. Where do you fall on that spectrum? 0, skeptic, to 10, I want it all. Let me know because I'm very curious to know. All right, so we have viewed all the venues you want to see, including the venue for the trad. The trad is perfect. It's exactly what we need. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but I don't know where you're gonna find a location that costs less than $5,000 for the room and the linen and the napkins and Shavari chairs and staff to serve food. Like, we can't beat that. So very excited to have a location for the trad. For the white wedding, we are in a little bit of a dilemma because we basically have to choose between the end of March and the beginning of June is where we're at right now. And I really didn't want a summer wedding. I wanted a spring wedding because I want this wedding ASAP. But because of certain like venue availability, wedding planner availability, and all that, we have to choose between the end of March and beginning of June, and that's what we're like just kind of going back and forth on. It'll be nice to have a summer wedding because the weather will be great. And honestly, the weather being great isn't guaranteed. It could rain and be like miserable that day. God forbid, that won't be the case. But it's better than the risk of snow, which is what we can run into in March. A lot of these venues have like a promotion where they give you a night at their hotel, a complimentary night, which is nice. Looking at their bathrooms, making sure it's an environment where guests will be comfortable has been a big thing for us. And also looking at logistically how everything will flow. Also the area, the location, parking. There are a lot of really nice venues downtown, but I just did not want to deal with having to do valet and people having to park in random parts of downtown Cleveland at night. I just want everyone to be safe and to be comfortable. So yeah, that is the update. All right, so you've seen that we are going venue shopping. So how did we prep for this? Because one thing you've probably noticed from the clips is that we were having a destination wedding. Can I say that? We had a destination wedding, even though it was Cleveland, Ohio destination wedding. The challenge was we couldn't do everything boots on the ground. We had to plan ahead of time, and we had to do certain things virtually. So this is where I will hold your hand and tell you this, sister. You need a wedding planner, okay? Because as I mentioned, wedding planning is a part-time job in itself, because not only are you getting inspo, creating the vision, figuring out what it is you want, you're the communications manager, communicating with people. You are the finance manager, managing the budget and making sure that people are getting paid in a timely manner. You are like a resource scouter. And you may not have certain resources readily available to you. So you want to have somebody that is low-key an expert in the field. And that is where our girl, Bisola, comes in, Events by B. She was our wedding planner. She was my sister's wedding planner actually in 2021. And my entire family was just very pleased with how the whole process went, that it was a no-brainer. She was like top of our list. We had others in mind that we looked at, but it was like a no-brainer, okay? Bisola was gonna be my wedding planner. So for the venue search, as I mentioned, it's the first thing on your list of things to do that will determine your wedding date. And once you have your wedding date, you can then start booking photographer, florist, decor, all the other things fall into place really after you have your venue figured out. And so things that helped us pick our venue, our wedding planner, again, she had a questionnaire where she got to know what our design style was, what our vision was for the wedding. So do you want tall ceilings? Do you want something downtown? Do you want something a little more remote, logistics wise? Like what would make sense for you, your guests, and your family? Is it close or far from the airport if you have a lot of guests flying in? What else did we have to think of? What kind of bundles does the venue come with? Does it come with a cake? Does it come with a complimentary stay at the hotel? Does it come with linen? Does it, like, what kind of stuffs do you get with that? And so that was what we went through prior to getting to Cleveland and narrowing our search to looking at, I think that day we looked at 4 venues for the white wedding, and then my parents helped scout the venue for the trad, because our wedding planner was just for the white wedding, and my family planned the trad.
Either in the back. If you are seated next to the seat, please exit criteria and responsibilities located.
All the fillings are down below. This white is what your cake's gonna be iced in. This is our signature whipped icing.
Oh, okay. And the rest are the fillings?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And then the white or chocolate icing can also be a filling too, if you want to like keep it a little simpler.
Okay.
But Liz will go over most of the information during the Zoom call.
So wow, I look rough. I just got off of my flight and headed downtown Cleveland to pick up the cake. Whew. All right, I made it home, guys. It is literally a blizzard outside. Like, I don't know how this airline managed to get me here. But anyway, guys, this is my childhood bedroom. This is the room that I grew up in for like the latter half of my childhood. I'm back home. It feels really good to be home, even though, like I said, there's a blizzard outside. It feels really nice to be back in the Midwest. It's like, I feel like it resets and it recharges me coming back home. So I'm happy to be home. Unfortunately, okay, this was meant to be a 2-people trip. It was supposed to be me and my partner, but there was some stuff he had to take care of, so he couldn't make it to this trip. So you guys saw in the last clip that I went to pick up some cake. So that was the #1 thing on our agenda here, was to do cake tasting. I talked to the lady that gave me the cake, and she was like, as long as I keep it wrapped up and refrigerated, I can actually keep it until Sunday when I get back to Dallas, so that I can do the tasting with my partner. The cake comes with the venue package, right? So this cake tasting I'm doing, I didn't have to pay any additional cost for it because it comes with the venue. Even all the flavors and stuff, like I can choose up to 4 different flavors and like 3 different fillings for like 4 different tiers, and it's at no additional charge. The only bit that might add charge is if I come up with a really complex design, which I'm not, because I almost even didn't want to do a cake. I was gonna have people just do a sheet cake in the back of the kitchen, because this is a high-low luxury wedding. Okay, we're gonna go budget friendly but make it look luxurious. You get what I'm saying? So that was my plan, and then my wedding planner was like, yeah, you already get a cake with the venue, so you can actually have a nice cake. I was like, okay, if you say so. Second half of that is food tasting, and that's gonna be tomorrow. Again, I was supposed to go with my partner, but I think my dad is gonna join me instead. I don't really care, to be honest, because the chicken, the steak, the salmon at different weddings, different venues, honestly, is it just me or do they all taste the same? They all taste the same. I don't think people are gonna care either, because 2 days before that is gonna be the traditional wedding. That, if you care about food, that is the event you want to come to. Whenever I do a middle part slick back, I always feel so clean, so fresh and so clean. All right, I've had these twists in the back for like a week now. My hair has been like this for like a week now. So let me take these down and see what it's talking about. This is the move for today. And then stole my mom's perfume from her room. I really like this scent. Ooh. Wow, I can't believe the snow is really doing what it's doing right now. All right, hi, good morning. Hi, I'm looking for Lauren. Is that her right there? Okay, just wanted to make sure. Just walking up to the right person. Hi, Lauren. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, we made
Glad
it.
you made it.
Hi.
This is my dad.
Hi. Want to sit across from each other or wherever you want to sit. This is for us.
How you turn on the volume? So Daddy, what did you think about the food tasting?
Oh yeah, it's a great experience.
It was a great experience. We got free lunch,
thank God that
salmon, steak, and chicken. So what was your favorite dish?
Different options. It was the first salmon. The first salmon we took.
Okay, mine too.
And then
The steak. I chose steak as well, but Pops doesn't like steak.
you chose steak.
But my future husband,
make sure
my future husband loves steak.
Okay, down to his tune, so that's fine. let's meet him, because that's what you prepare for him when he comes back from work anyway. Steak.
All right. They forgot to prepare the appetizers. The chef quickly put something together. He put together one of the appetizers, which is the chicken quesadilla, and then some random beef Wellington that my dad took one bite. He looked like he wanted to spit it out. I was texting my wedding planner while we were tasting, and she was like, oh my goodness. She said that I can ask them to prepare it and we can go back there later and pick it up. But all this driving back and forth in the snow, it's too much. So this brings me back to my point that I was saying earlier, that your wedding planner is important because she will be your advocate. At least for us, that was the case. So whenever there were any issues that came up, she knows how things are supposed to run. She's planned several of weddings in the past, so she knows how things are supposed to be. As opposed to me, I'm new here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's supposed to be going on. Okay, so things that are like, okay, no, this is how it's meant to go. She will advocate for us in those scenes. Even when we don't know, she's advocating behind the scenes. Like, there's so much I know went down the day of the wedding that I just was so oblivious to, because I was having the time of my life, girl. That was that. Now we're off to venue number 2, which is the trad venue. We have a lot of other things to discuss, so we'll see you there. This is, oh wow, maybe a day. See, I want to do something. So I think this entrance is for the smaller ballroom, and we're using the larger ballroom. So we're gonna try the second entrance. Hello.
I'm sorry we are late.
So right now I'm thinking guests are gonna come in through here like this, and they're gonna go to the trad in here. We're gonna be changing in here, right? We're gonna be changing in here, and when it's time for the groom to make his entrance, when it's time for the bride to make their entrance, this is where we're gonna be coming from. So we need to make sure this path here is gonna continue to go all the way to the front of the room, because that's where the ceremony will take place. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can tell me colors of what you want.
Yeah. Are you able to show me the options that you have? Okay.
For the tablecloths, I can get you white, black, or ivory.
Okay, we'll probably do white. Should we do black? To know. So the girls are wearing a lilac. Yep, just like this. I'm just nervous about making everything like purple.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because the girls, yeah, this is their combination. They're wearing a lilac dress, and then their head ties are gonna be like a darker
deep
purple.
purple?
Yeah. But what's a complementary color for purple? Daddy, say hey Siri.
What is the complementary color for purple?
You never used Siri before?
Complementary colors for purple are greens, yellows, and oranges.
I have an emerald green, burnt
So
orange.
these are the combinations that are complementary for you. But I guess, you know what?
Well, I don't
we
think
can go
it'll
with
be that
it. Won't be
bad.
like we threw up purple all over
Right,
the room.
I don't think it'll be that bad. The way you said that, like, everything's purple.
But I'm done waiting, done wasting my time. Let the sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes, sweet talk.
And this was a good visit.
It was. I was about to say that. A great visit. Daddy, this guy, he's regretting how much he gave us the venue for. He was like, man, I gave you guys a really good deal.
Yeah.
So I guess at the time we inquired with him.
Yeah.
I don't know what you said to him, Daddy.
It was not competitive at that time.
Yeah.
So, but now it's competitive. So
I don't know what you said to him.
Yeah.
But somehow he gave us
Yeah.
the venue for a really good price.
Was it $3,500?
$3,500.
Yeah.
It comes with table setting. It comes with servers. All we have to do is bring our own food. We can bring our own food.
Yeah.
Some places don't let you bring your own food. We have a bar, and he's regretting it, but it's okay. God's favor, right? Is there anything better than the favor of God?
God's favor.
I don't think so. Guys, update. I just picked up my rental car. So if you're interested in the rest of, I need to put lip gloss on. Wow. If you're interested in the rest of my visit here, which is going to be makeup, then be sure to look out for, if it's not already out, or go check out, if it's already out, my hair and makeup wedding video. So thanks for joining me on this trip. I'll see you next time.
Similar to the white. That design element well, and we need to run it back. Yeah, so it doesn't have to be this exact color scheme.
Okay, so decor. Honestly, this was the part I was looking forward to after outfits. Like, I was really excited about outfits, and then right after that I was really excited about talking decor. So again, wedding planner, she put together a presentation deck for us that gave us options. Actually, before she put together the presentation deck, she sent us a questionnaire where we got to like tell her things about ourselves, not only our vision for the decor, but also our personalities, like to help her get to know you as a couple. What was nice about that, I would say, is not only did she understand our vision and understand us as individuals or as a couple, but it also took away the decision fatigue. There's so many options. You don't even know where to start with certain things. How many different ways can a bouquet be tied? How many different ways can a cake, like, let's go back to the cake. You guys saw that I didn't care about the cake. I didn't even know, I didn't even think about that because it just, there was too many other things to think about for me to be thinking about what kind of cake I want. This lady sent me a photo of a potential cake and I was like, whoa, that is beautiful. I would not in my wildest thoughts would I have even thought. She limits the scope so that you don't get decision fatigue. You're picking 1 out of 3 things that she's brought to you on a platter. And yeah, I honestly cannot advocate enough for you to get a wedding planner just so that your process is more seamless. Now, I know that that's not always easy to do because it does come with a cost, but honestly, I think the cost is worth it. So for the decor process, we did the questionnaire. She put together a slide deck. We chose, what kind of linens do you want? We had samples that she sent to the house. We chose the samples. Granted, we didn't end up going with the samples that we wanted. I think we just ended up using the linen that came with the venue because it was a cost savings option for us. She was also really good about keeping us within the budget, but she would offer options that were a little bit above the budget just to see, like, I mean, if you want it, you can consider it, go above budget for the decor, and then also maybe like skimp on other things like photography or something. Like, she'll try to move the budget around to generally stay within your budget, but also give you options whether you want something a little more high end or something a little bit more budget friendly. So that was something that was very beneficial. All right, that brings us to the end of this video, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this first of several. I think there's gonna be 4 or 5 episodes like this where I'm showing you a process and there's some commentary. The ones that I have lined up every Sunday, make sure you subscribe. I have the Asoebi process, you know, choosing my Asoebi girls fabric, tailoring, shipping, because I use a tailor from Nigeria. I have my wedding dress shopping. I have my other outfits shopping. I have hair and makeup. So comment below which one you want to see next, because I don't know what order I want to do this in. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next episode. Deuces.